You've got Arch installed and booting, but right now, well, we don't have a user, and the only thing we have is root, which is not great. You shouldn't be running everything as root. One wrong command and you could nuke your system. We need to create a regular user account and understand how groups work. Groups give your user permission to do specific things like shut down the system, access audio devices, and use sudo. All that stuff. Let's set this up properly. First things first, why not use root? Quick explanation, root has unlimited power. Delete the system files? Sure. Break your bootloader? No problem. Running as root 24/7 is like driving with no seatbelt. Might be fine until it's really not. We create a regular user for daily use, then give it sudo access for when we actually need admin privileges. Best of both worlds. First, we obviously have to make this font bigger, so set font 124B. There we go. That should be big enough. If I do clear, we can clear this out. If you are on TTY and you don't know how to make this font bigger, you can actually just do sudo pacman-s terminus font. Terminus font, and this just and there is our first thing. We don't have sudo installed. Yep, it needs to be installed. I'll cover this in a bit, but since we are root, we don't need sudo. We can just run commands and it will just run. Anyway, terminus font gives us this larger font. Anyway, we're getting distracted. First, let's create a user. I'm calling mine Tarzo. You use whatever you want. So first we do user add, obviously, and then -m. Now what -m does is creates a home directory at our username. Then we're doing -g, so basically what group we want this user to be, and the first group or the main group we want it to be is in the wheel group. I'll tell you why this is important in a bit, but just know we want the user at the wheel group. And then -s is our shell. Now by default, we usually use /bin/bash, but if you have a different shell, so if you want to use something like zsh or even like fish, for example, you can actually do it. And you know what? Let me do it with fish shell by default. So I'll just remove this. I'll install fish since I don't have it installed. -s fish. There we go. Now we can check if it's installed. We can do clear ls/bin/fish. Yeah, it does exist. So if you get an output with ls, that means it does exist with the directory. So let's get back. So user add -m -g wheel, and this time we'll do -s/bin/fish. Now, in case you don't know what this /bin means, check out this video where I explain what each of the directories in Linux are, to get a better understanding what all of them are. And while you're at it, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new, and watch till the end of the video. If you do like it, make sure to leave a like. So there we go. Now, after that, we want the user name. So for me, I'm doing Tarzo. You can name it whatever you want, but this will be our username. So there you go. If I hit enter, now we have a user called username. Now we have a user, but we don't have a password for it. And the password is required when you log in to Arch Linux. So we will do a quick password with PASSWD and then our username. So there we go. Hit enter and it will ask for a password. We'll give it a password and there you go. Password is updated. So if you have noticed, it doesn't show anything while you type your password. That's for security reasons. So in case even if anyone is looking at your screen, they can't exactly tell like how many characters you are typing or exactly what you are typing, since it doesn't show anything at all. Now our user is created. Now what is this group thing? What is this wheel group that we added? Now let's go over the groups. Think of groups as permission sets. Being in a group gives your user access to certain things. Let's see what groups exist in the system or exist on the system. So we can simply do cat/etc/group. Oh my god. Hit enter. And as you can see, it does have a lot. It doesn't even show all of it. And at the bottom, you can see there is one in our username. That's because whenever you create a group, you are in your own group. And mostly the important ones, which I did tell you, is wheel. Now, since it does show and we are not in a environment, I can do something called piping. We can do this and then grep wheel. Let's see if wheel exists in that. So what we are doing is telling whatever this outputs, search wheel. So with grep, we can just search for a text or something in this output. So if we just press enter, you can see, there we go. It says wheel, and then at the last part is our user. So that means we are a part of the wheel group. And this wheel group is for sudo access. Users in wheel can run commands as root using sudo. Now there is also audio. So if I do audio, you can see there is audio. There is also video. So there you go. So for audio, it's basically access to sound devices. So if you want sound to work, you need to be in this group. Sometimes it's just added by default, but if you're doing a manual install, it may not be. So just check if you're on this audio group or video group in case you have audio and video devices, because sometimes if you have like audio not working, because if you have some external audio device or something connected and you're not on the audio group, it may not even detect it or have permission to access that audio device. Now there you go, we have video. Basically it's the same thing as audio, but video devices. Then we also have the storage group, which basically gives access with like removable storage like USB drives. Now usually these two things do work by default, but again, if it doesn't, you can actually add them to this group and just check if it works. Then there is optical, which is basically if you have a CD drive, which half of you probably don't even know what CD is. But if you do have CD drive, this gives you access. Then we also have network, which is very important. So sometimes if your network device is like not working properly, you can see there is two network. One is network, one is system D network. So this manages network connections. Like it's especially useful for network manager. And then there's also one called power. There you go. Power and empower, we just want power, and this just shuts down and reboots the system without sudo. So if you, or like we are in this group right here in the power group, we don't have to type in sudo shutdown. Yeah, we're root right now, but we don't have to do this. We can just, as a user, we can just do shutdown and it will just work. And same as the storage, like if you are someone who is watching this video and you have been using Arch Linux, you'll notice something is that whenever you try to connect your removable devices, it asks for your password. But in the group, when you are in the storage group, it will just work. So we'll check those things. And now, yeah, when we created our user, we only added it to the wheel group. Let's add the others like we just seen and see how do we add them. So we can actually, in this time, we're doing user mod. Basically, we're doing user modify. So user mod -a and G. So the AG flag means append to groups. Now this is important because append means it adds this without removing wheel. If you forget the A, you'll overwrite and lose wheel access. So don't do that. And first, let me just show you something. If I just do groups, that's all, it'll just show that, yeah, we are in the wheel group. But if I do user mod .ag, and let's just add all of them, and you have to separate them with a comma. So audio, let's go with video, let's go with, oh my god, comma, and then go with storage, and then optical, let's add ourselves to the network group. And you know what, for funsies, we'll even do power. Now after this basically means what groups we want to add or append, and then the user we want to append it for. Now remember, we are doing this from the root. That's why we don't need sudo at the beginning. If you are already in a user, this doesn't count. You have to use sudo for this, as you need admin privileges to modify your user. Anyway, if I just hit enter, there you go. Now if I do this command right here, you can see we are in much more groups. So you can see all of the groups were added to our user. The wheel, audio, video, storage, optical, network, power, perfect. Now, we can't actually use sudo without actually using it. So what we have to do is do pacman-s sudo. Yeah, we have to install sudo for it to work. I'll make this clear so it is easier to see. So we have to do pacman-s sudo. There we go. Hit enter. Now we have sudo. But here's the fun thing. So what we understand is we need sudo. The wheel group doesn't do anything if sudo isn't installed. But even if sudo is installed, we need to edit the sudoers file. And what is recommended is never edit the file directly. Use vi sudo. It checks for syntax errors so you don't lock yourself out. And for this, to be honest, I do like to use neovim or vim. But to keep things simple, I will use nano. So first, let's install it. There you go. Because for any of our new viewers or new Arch users, this video is exactly for you guys, for you to understand what each of these things are. Now, what you have to do is first do capital letter editor equals nano. Basically, we're specifying that the editor we want to use is nano. If you want to use neovim, you have to do nvim. If you want to use vim, you have to do vim. If you want to use vi, you can do vi. So any editor you want to use, make sure to specify it here. Now, obviously, for this, I'm doing nano, so make sure to do nano. Then we're doing vi sudo. So since we have the sudo installed, this should also work. Hit enter and you should see a file like this. Now in here, we can simply hit Ctrl F to find something and search for wheel. Search it, hit enter, and it will find wheel for us. And this is exactly where we need to be. And you can see it does say uncomment to allow members of group wheel to execute any command. And that is what we want. We want the first one. Remember, we want the first one. The second one basically means like this doesn't ask for the password. So if you want to swing like that, if you don't want to type in your password at all, this is what you need to uncomment. And there is also a sudo group, which is basically if you want to add it to the sudo group, you can also do that. But for us, our purposes, we want it at wheel. And what this will do is allow us to use sudo commands, but we have to type in the password every time we want to use sudo. But it is a good practice because it just adds another layer of safety to you. So to save it, we just do Ctrl S, and then to exit out, we just do Ctrl X. There we go. We have saved it and we got out. Now members of the wheel group can use sudo. So we just saved it and exited. So let's test this. Let's just switch to the new user. And you can actually switch to users. We just have to clear this just by doing su, basically meaning switch user, hit a dash, and then the user you want to switch to. So we're wanting to switch to Tarzo. Hit enter, and now we are in Tarzo. And you can see we are using the fish shell since that is the one we specified. Now we can actually type in sudo pacman-syu, and this command will work. Now if you are curious, just try to not have that and use this. You know what? I'll show you what happens. If I just do Ctrl C, if we just do exit, we can just exit out of this. So it's a bit of a safe environment. Let's just go here. Let's just go to nano. Now this part is just to show you what happens if you miss this step. So find wheel, go here, and then we can just comment it out again like it was. Oh my god. There you go. Hit save. We just Ctrl X. There you go. Now, if I change user to Tarzo, and if I try to do the same command again, you can see it says Tarzo is not in the sudoers file. So that's what you have to keep in mind. So we just revert it to where we were. Ctrl F, wheel. Let's remove this. Ctrl S, Ctrl X. And then we go back and run the same command. And you can see it just works. So that is fun. Now, let's say you forgot to add yourself to the wheel group, but you are in a user. You can actually just boot into and install USB. You have to mount your partition, chroot into your system, and you can do like add sudo again. Or if you know your root password, then you can just log into your root and then change it from there. So if you guys do want me to make a kind of a general troubleshooting video where we fix common problems, then let me know in the comments down below. Or if you have any video ideas that you would like to see in the future, also let me know in the comments down below, and I do read the comments. And since we have a user, we have a root, we have a base system, next up we'll probably tackle installing a desktop environment or window manager. So I'll kind of explain to you how to choose or when to choose which type of like the environment, like should you go with the desktop environment or should you go with the window manager, what even is those things. And if you have any questions about the user or groups, then drop them in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye. And just to show you that we can actually just use the shutdown command, if we just do exit and log in to our user, there you go. And if we just type in shutdown now, it will just work. We don't need sudo. There we go. There's a fun trivia for you.